Hey, you guys remember that video I made a while back that said you don't need the SM7b? I got one. So let's see if that still holds up. Full disclosure, I did not buy this microphone. I still cannot afford this microphone. It is now not $399 anymore, $439. So it has gone up $40 since I made that last video. See what happens after I post this video. Let's hope it doesn't go up another $40. So this is a dynamic microphone that everybody uses. Beyonce uses it, Michael Jackson, Joe Rogan. I mean, anybody and everybody. If you see somebody talking on a podcast, there's a good chance they're either using this or they're using a RE20, something like that. But you see this a lot. I can almost tell. If I listen to a podcast in my car, I can go, yep, that's SM7b. And you might be able to also. I pay way more attention to stuff that's useless than most people do, but this mic has become iconic. And for some reason, streamers, which I think this is kind of overkill for streamers, podcast users, content creators, anybody that's trying to, do anything on the internet, they're using this microphone. And, it seems like it's status symbol at this point, or so I thought. But after having some time with this thing sounds good. This thing sounds really good. Does it not? It sounds good. I sound good. I, for once, feel like I actually sound good when I'm talking. It even has some settings on the mic. So let's look at those, and then we'll do some mic comparisons a little bit later. So I told you I didn't buy this microphone. I rented this, lensrentals.com. I'll leave a link below. They're not doing anything for this video. They don't know I'm a content creator, much like the rest of the world. But it was easy for me to go on their website, find the microphone, rent it, and then go pick it up because they have a place right here in town. Otherwise, I would pay like an extra $8. They'd ship it to my house. When I receive it, as long as I return it within 7 days, I'm good. So they make it really easy. The box that I picked it up in is probably what it would ship in, and believe me, a plane can run over it and it would be perfectly fine. So very impressed with that whole process. So let's get into some settings on this and talk about this microphone. Now, you're going to need something. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver, like a little one like that. And this is what we're going to do. See those two switches on the back? Now, what I just did is I enabled the low pass filter. And what that does is it kind of rolls off that frequency on the back end, that bass frequency. It helps if you've got maybe some noise where you're recording, like a fan or an air conditioner. I have both, which neither are running. But I also kind of think it helps my voice a little bit. It kind of smooths it out a little bit more. And if I was to keep this mic and use it as my mic, I probably would keep this on. So that low pass filter, even, noise rejection, helps with that as well. Let me listen to this. That's not vibration you're hearing. That's just me hitting my mic arm. That is insane. I mean, it's hitting the mic. This thing is so well designed, and this is why they haven't changed it much in the last, 50 years or more. So that's pretty solid. Now, I'm going to take it back to regular. Okay, and this is like flatline. There's no settings on it, no switches, no nothing. I'm also not using any compression, anything, just flat microphone. Okay, now here's the second setting. This is the presence boost. So what this does is it adds like a little bit of boost on that on the front end, on that treble. Kind of gives it a little scoop on the top. And this would be good for if you've got somebody that's got a really lower register voice, like somebody that talks really low, and you want to kind of get that detail out of it, you would use this. I don't think it sounds as good on my voice as the low pass filter, but you can tell the difference, and it's right there in the mic. However, keep in mind that once you change these in post, this is the signal that you got. This is the recording that you have. So this isn't an effect. This is coming straight from the microphone. So if you've got somebody that's like really low and they sit down here and you forget to change it back and somebody talks like this, then you're going to have a lot of trouble in their voice and you're going to have to EQ the crap out of it. So let's change it back. Now, even if I think that low pass filter sounds better, I'm leaving it flat line. This is just straight across the board because we're going to do some mic comparisons and we're going to talk about, the differences in this thing. So I want to leave you with this before we go to the next microphone. This thing sounds really good, but it's $439. And this is the Shure SM57. Now, I use this microphone a lot for content creation, making videos. I even use it to record my guitar stuff when I choose to. And this is a good, solid microphone. Now, this is compared a lot of times to the Shure SM7b because it is kind of the little brother. I think it's the capsules. There's a lot of the internals are the same and are very, very similar. And there's some tweaks that some guys say, hey, you can make this sound just like a SM7b. And now having both compared like next to each other, no, it doesn't. Now, this is also not my favorite microphone. I don't think this is really great for my voice. It gets the job done. You can also run over it with a tank. I mean, it is just invincible. But I just don't think it sounds good for me. But let me know what you think in the comments below. This is also $99. Oddly enough, it didn't go up in price like this one did. And this is the Moano PD100. I also use this a lot. And this is the microphone that my wife uses when she's streaming. And this thing, I think this mic sounds great. I think it also sounds a little bit better for me than the SM57. Again, let me know below. This is a broadcast mic, and it is $49.99. Looks pretty cool, too. You can get this and immediately start creating content, streaming, whatever you want to do. Anything you do with a microphone, you can do with this one. So, again, $50 compared to $439.99. There is a difference, obviously. That's the point I tried to make in my last video, is if you were looking at this microphone and then they whip out this dude, which I'm going to keep in the frame from now on, why would they do that? If you're looking at a $50 microphone, well, hey, look at this one. That's like going to look at a car. Hey, can I look at a Honda Civic? Sure, I'll take you over to the Accords. Sure you are. So, again, good sounding mic, $50. You can get this. You can use this pretty much for anything you want. Okay, and now this is the last one I'm going to compare. This is the Lewitt LCT 240. Now, this is not a dynamic mic like this big guy. This is a condenser mic. And that's why I want to end with this, because I think this is one of my favorite mics. I think this mic sounds great. I think it has that broadcasting sound. I think it has a lot of the things that you want with this guy. It also has a lot of gain. So I'm going to even take it down a little bit. So, and that's another thing you need to know about this microphone. They're not lying when it is gain hungry. So I'm using the Roland Bridgecast, which has 72 dB of gain. Okay. That's kind of a lot. The Focusrite Solo and the Universal Audio Volt 1, I think both cap out at like 50. I don't know. I'll find out. This thing, again, going from that microphone to this microphone, this guy, condenser mic. How does it sound? Does it sound good? Does it sound different? Does it sound better? Does it sound, $439 worth of a microphone? I don't know. I kind of leave that up to you. If you have the money to just throw at stuff, I can't say that I would not get this because I really like it. I'm not going to, lie and say it's a piece of crap. No. I really like this microphone. If I had the money, I would probably have one. So with saying that, if you're starting out or if you have low budget stuff or if you only have so much money, don't spend the money on this, okay? Get a good mic. Any one of the mics that I just showed you, or there's a whole slew of $100 microphones that sound incredible that you can get, and then put that money into something else to help with your channel or your streaming or your podcast or whatever you're going to be doing. Put that money elsewhere. So I kind of leave it like that. If you have tons of money, then get one. You know, if I get a like and subscribe, maybe one day I'll be able to afford one of these. Okay, to sum all of this stuff up, the big question is, do you need an SM7b? And after the comparisons and after playing with this myself and going through different tests and whatnot, I can honestly say, no, I still stand by this. You don't need this microphone. If you have the money to buy this microphone, but only the money to buy this microphone, put that money into something else. Upgrade your audio interface, something for your streaming, something for your content creation, something for your podcast. Don't sink all of it into this one microphone. I do think that will be a mistake. The microphone is not what's going to get people back to your channel. It's what you say in it, and it's how you present everything. You can get a good sounding microphone that you can do content with for anywhere from $50 to $150. There's a lot of microphones in the $100 range that sound great and will get the job done. And they look cool too, if that's what you care about. So nothing is really going to replicate this dude, obviously, but you don't need it. And after having one of these and playing with it, I even know I don't need one of these. I would love to have one of these. After using it, after doing everything with it, I love this microphone. I really want one, but I know I don't need it. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps ease that want for this microphone, because we all want one. But seriously, if this helped at all, you know, again, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. And I've got some mouse reviews coming up that I'm working on, and they will be right here on the show. And see, this is my NPR kind of outro. Thanks for joining us on Seriously Tech Stuff today, where your host was Scott, and is produced by Scott, and audio by Scott, video by Scott, transcription by Scott, and all the proceeds were spent frivolously for Scott. So anyway, see how it's just, you can play with it, man. It just sounds great. So have fun with it if you get one, and let me know below what your experience with this. Did you buy one and go, why did I buy this microphone? Or is it something that you want and you're saving up for, and maybe that those funds can be used, you know, for something else that it might help you out a little bit better? Just let me know. We'll talk about it in the comments. Thanks for dropping in, and have a great day, and be kind to one another. Seriously.